Hi everyone. Here we are trying to understand about two methods which is used in Python or to filter the data. The first one is dot method and dot query method. Query and is another method which we usually use for uh, filtering the data. Let me look at how we implement these two methods in Python. Okay, so let us see that. For example, I have a condition, so which we already learned. Condition one is nothing but let me for that let me print data dot head, and let's see the data. And this is what my data. Let's look at I have a data where I just have a condition here. I just will have data. May I just say that owner is exactly equal to, let's assume, second no, owner. Okay, so here data owner second, there is a spelling mistake, owner spelling. Okay, so yeah, so here I can even mention, actually, for example, I have data. I can say here I just made a mistake here. I just need to correct it here. It's not a method, rather it's where. Okay, now, so I just use the method where, and I just mention where my I just see with say condition. So let's see that. Look at here in the data here. So if you see this data where second owner is there, I'm able to get the information. Otherwise, it's showing NaN not available. Okay, so that is one. And let me create condition two as well. And let me create another condition. So condition, let's assume one or something like that. Is it called as I say data? Me, I just want to say uh, seller seller type, and I just want to say exactly equal to, let's assume, individual, individual, individual. Okay, so here condition two. Now, let me do one thing in this case. Let me create a new one. It's called as data dot where. I just say a method. It's a method, and I say con, and as well as I use and operator and con1. Let's see and that whether it's working or not. Yes. So here and operator I just mentioned here just said that where your this, let me see that I just create second owner, and I'll print the data with respect to everything is showing NaN. Let's see. Here the primary problem is that when I extracted, I just mentioned here individual capital letter. Let me look at, in this case, join condition. Let's see here. If you see here, I'll be able to see wherever I have condition one and condition and condition one is satisfying. I'm able to filter the data based on that. Okay, so that is all about. You can use other operators also, like or operator uh, instead of and operator here. Okay, that way we'll be able to, and this is mostly useful in case you want to keep your original data there. In that original data you want to see that where it's satisfying your conditions or some kind of filtering you want to apply, and you want to get into your original data. That's it. Okay, so that's it. The second method I'm going to apply uh, uh, query method. Okay, let's see how query method work. Yes, let's see how the query operator work. And I have data dot query, and I have the query here. Let me look at the query operator and see how things are. For example, I just want to extract data means selling price greater than, let's assume, 50,000. Okay, and let me do selling underscore price, and let me look at greater than 50,000. Let's see whether it's working or not. it's not operate with str or integer. That's what it is actually showing. Let's see that what's a mistake there. The primary mistake is that whenever you're applying this operator, always do this way. It's double quotation here, and you can, let's try this way, and whether it's working or not. Let's see that whether you're able to look at here. So instead of looking at, so the full condition I just mentioned as such, so that I'm able to get here. Okay, so and let's look at the same thing, selling price greater than uh, equal to 50,000. Okay, and you just mention the same thing. Let me look at, I just use the AND operator and see whether it's working or not. 80,000, let's see whether it's working or not. So again, it's showing some kind of trouble. Let's see what's the problem here. Here in this case, instead of this AND operator, let me try with this AND operator and see whether it's working or not. Yes, it's working, right? So it means that there are some differences in case of query operator. There, if you use that AND, which we use usually, that the sign AND operator, it's not working. Rather, this AND operator is working in this case, is it? So, and that way I'm able to extract data using the query operator, is it? Yeah, similarly with the other conditions, let's assume that I just want to have the same query operator, but this time I just want to use something like, I just say fuel. Okay, so let me look at fuel here and have fuel. I told you that whenever you start with, then you need to start with here. I say fuel and exactly equal to, I want to say diesel. Okay, so I would say diesel is again a character, so I need to mention a single quote. I need to mention here in this case DIESEL, and then here I just use a word or. I won't use a word straight slash there, because if that will not work in this case. Again, in this case fuel, this will exactly, I'll get it here, because let me look at here, and again I'll say fuel, and again I need to I'll look at here in this way. Let me look at here in this way, or let me look at fuel, and let's see. Yes, your fuel, I'll mention equal to, let's assume petrol this time. Okay, and PTROL. Okay, so I need to close it, right? Is it, I just started a quotation, I need to close the quotation. All right, and let's see, is it working or not? Yes, it's working, right? It is more of an or operator. I just started this quotation here and this quotation in between. What happened? Diesel or fuel, petrol, I just mentioned. It's working perfectly fine, is it? So likewise, we can have the query operator. We can have multiple functions here. Or let me do one thing in this case. Let me do one thing. Let me add something like here. Let me look at what happens here in this case. I use and. Okay, so let's see that what happens here. I just use seller type. Let's assume seller underscore type. Let's see that seller type is exactly individual or not. Let's see that seller type. So I say individual, I capital INDIVIDUL, individual, and I need to complete that quotation here. Let's see that I'm able to get or not here. Yes, it's working, right? Is it so? So look at here, seller type is individual, right? Is it true? I'm able to get that using the query operator. Let's see that it's working properly or not. That's it. I believe you understood the same.